Hey guys, welcome to Bland County Survival Man. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Hey guys, today I'm going to tell you how I pick out a knife and why I pick out the knife that I pick out to carry in the woods sometimes, and some of the ones that I have done trials on. First off, I'll start with this one from Les Stroud. Pretty nice knife. It's ergonomically good, and when I say ergonomics, I mean it's easy to whittle with. You can see how easy that whittles. The only thing I don't like about this knife is that serrated blade right there. To me, that's pretty much useless in a survival situation. I don't know too many people. I like to start my cut way down here. Well, that serrated blade gets hung up in that piece of wood, and that's soft wood right there. That serrated blade makes it harder to whittle, but if you put it up here, it'll just whittle away. Now, why? Because when you start your cut with your knife, you want to start your cut right there. You don't want to start your cut back here at the center of your blade, because that's hard on your wrist. So I like the knife other than the fact that it's got that serrated blade right there. Plus it comes with some little extra things too. Of course, I've got a survival spear there. A SOG survival spear. This, guys, ain't nothing but a spear. You can whittle with it, stick it on a piece of wood, but it's a survival tool. I wouldn't carry it. Cold Steel Bushman. Cold Steel Bushman, I have added leather to that handle. The reason I've done that is to make it ergonomically, I'm using that word again, ergonomically easier to hold on to. That piece of raw metal right there, if you had that thing and you had to whittle down all kind of parts, that knife is sharp. You've seen me do videos with it. You can sharpen with it and work with it really good. And it batons. People like to say, how's the thing baton? Really good. Okay. That one, I'm going to give that one a B+. Also comes with a striker there to start your fire with, which ain't working today. So that ain't worth a hoot right there, is it? Nope. And that knife's razor sharp, and that, well, there we go. Okay. And anyway, B+, guys, on the Cold Steel Bushman. And I have took it out and chopped down, whittled down trees with it, really, chop, and it worked pretty good. Like I say again, the blade, I like the cut of the blade when I'm cutting to start right back here, so I can get more force into that cut. Now, custom made knife. Very good knife. My buddy Scotty Kinder gave me this knife. Watch this knife. Whittles good. Batons very well. See that? Cut starts here. I'm going to give this one an A on this one, and not because you're my buddy, Scotty. Custom made buoy. Red Key Blacksmiths made this for me. Hello, Jamie. The cut starts back here. See? The knife is very sharp too. So that's a custom made knife by Jamie Morton. I'm going to give that one right there an A2. Now, you've already seen this one before, but my cousin Timmy White had that one made for me. That's really a nice, pretty knife. It's got a gut hook in it. It's got a short blade, and that's one of the things that I really like, especially when you're trying to whittle. You don't want a lot of blade to have to slide through your cut. The longer the blade, the more that blade slides through your cut, the harder it is to do. So the shorter the blade, see how fast that one whittles? Not because he's my cousin, because he didn't make this knife right here. But the man that did make it, I'm going to give you an A+. And yes, you can baton with it. See there? A+ on my custom. By the way, I carry that most of the time anyway. Okay, folders. I guess you all know who that and whose advertisement that one is, don't you? Bear Grylls. My producer bought me this knife, just like she bought me Les Stroud's knife for Christmas a few years ago, her birthday or something. And this knife is short. Notice how quick that I can whittle. It's ergonomically sound. Okay? Come straight back here and don't have a cut up right in here. One thing I don't like about it, it's got a serrated blade right there. And that is hard to start into the cut. It's not good for that. I don't know too many seat belts out there in the woods you're going to have to find to cut that right there. So I'm going to give him a B. Old Timer. There's one of my most favorite knives. I've had that knife right there 30 years. Deers, bears, coons, you name it. It's skinned gobs of them. You guys know what a gob is? That's a great big bunch. This knife right here has got a thin blade. And I'm telling you right now, I've done work in my camps over the years with this knife. The knife holds an edge. It stays sharp. Like I say, it's short. It's got that other blade on it too, which is this sharp. I don't baton with it because it's not really designed for that. You don't, this is a high carbon steel. If you hit this thing one time in the woods over a chunk of wood that it don't go down into, probably gonna break your knife. Just carry an axe with you. That's what you're doing. That's what you need chopping wood anyway. This one gets an A+. Okay, survival knife. My little wife Libby bought me that one. One of my first videos I did. This knife right here, a folder. Sharp as a razor. Sharp as a razor. Check this out. Now that's got that serrated blade right there. I don't like that, but I still like the knife. It's got, this one does have a far starting tool on it. When you turn this one around, this one, that's real far steel right there, folks. That one's an A+. Carry that with me all the time when I'm way back in the brush, because you never know when you need to skin something. What you can do with that, make a fire. Pocket knives. Old Timer. Look at that little thing. Muskrat. Trapper's knife. And you're making parts. That's a knife you want to have with you. That's one you can skin bear, deer, coon, whatever's in the mountains. That little knife right there. Is that a survival knife big time? You better have it in your pocket. If you got one of these great old big ones and you're trying to whittle stuff, you'll wear yourself out when you can take this little knife right here and do the work twice as fast. I also like a Boker Congress, or any type of Congress that's high carbon steel. Why? It's got 4 blades in it. I'll cut myself that right there. Abraham Lincoln had one of those in his pocket when he was killed, because he liked to whittle. But folks, when you're whittling little dinky parts for snares and stuff like that, right there's your whittling blade. I can whittle faster with that knife right there than you can whittle with any great old big gobby knife that you ever carry in the woods. And make all sorts of tools and parts with it. Skin with it. My goodness gracious, that thing's sharp. Punch holes with it if you need to. But that's just some of my knives. But remember, get a knife that fits your hand really good, that you don't have to add a piece of leather to. This knife is too big to really carry for long-term survival work, because you're right here, your cut starts way up here. This knife, the cut starts right there. That's a big old piece of wood right there, folks. That wood's over 2 inches through the middle. But you see that I can make the chips fly. Hey, I ain't knocking none of you guys' knives. If that's the one you like to carry, that's the one you like to carry. But that right there for me is probably the best knife that I can carry in the mountains, besides my little pocket knives and folders. Guys, take care. It's another tip from your Bland County Survivor Man. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.